I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. I have a wonderful, wonderful show for you today. You don't even know. You don't even know. Oh, we'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare. I dare. I dare to be different. I dare to be different.
Welcome back to the show, and I am telling you, I have a guest today that I didn't even think that they would ever be on my show, and I'm like, what? They're like, oh, you want this person? I was like, you gonna ask me, what? Yes, I want this person. Oh my gosh, you can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer, Vimeo, Roku, any place. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just saying. All right, guys, and we're gonna get. I'm just gonna let them introduce themselves because I can't do it. I can't. Just tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Peace. Inphamus Amadeuz, SiriusXm, Shade 45 every single Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Playing a drunk mix. It's like classic hip hop. We'll talk more about it, but thanks for having me.
I feel so cool. All right. So I get over all of that. But let me ask you a question. You know, everybody that comes on this show, I always ask them about their journey, about how they got started, you know, and what they did to, you know, progress. What is your journey, and what was your journey like in the beginning?
In the beginning, after, you know, years of basically being in and out of the prison system and, you know, chasing essentially a rap career, not that I was ever a bad rapper, because I think at this point people consider me an elite lyricist with anyone right now. But I found myself in a position like most unsigned artists where it's kind of like I was just around a bunch of guys that knew how to rap and didn't know how to do anything else. And we all kind of know, as people in the industry or any type of business person, you know, no machine moves off of like parts, meaning like, for example, a car. It doesn't just revolve on a wheel or, you know, seats or your gasoline. It's multiple parts that move in conjunction or parallel to each other that make this vehicle go. So I decided, instead of me waiting for people to learn these type of things, I decided to take on the task myself. And it started with me creating a modeling agency. I think we all know sex sells, women sell. And at this time, this is before Instagram, so the modeling aspect was still prevalent as it came to the music videos. And it started with me. I started with 4 local girls for my block, and that just catapulted into, you know, casting videos for 50 Cent and Fabulous and 2 Chainz and just, you know, the stars. I mean, a bunch of people. And then during that time, I decided that I was going to learn how to edit a film, and I was going to teach myself how to film. And I ended up getting a gig editing with this company called Street Heat TV, and I was editing the majority of the videos that you saw on World Star in the top box. I had 47 videos in a 2-year span that I either edited or directed. Naturally from the editing process, that would only lead to becoming a director. And I had met Papoose. I came across Papoose. I had shot half of a video called Get At Me. It was him and Ron Browse. A lot of people know Ron Browse for producing Ether for Nas. They know Pop Champagne. And he had this other record called 6 a.m. Now, they had shot the whole video except one part. So he's like, Inf, I need you to shoot this one part for me. I need this edited in 17 days. So I had shot this video for Papoose, featuring Ron Browse. It was called Get At Me. And it just so happened that if you can watch this on YouTube, basically Papoose had bum rushed the stage on Summer Jam here in New York City. So he bum rushed the stage on Summer Jam. He bum rushed on Kendrick Lamar's set. This was like a viral thing. This is Hot 97 at Summer Jam. This is the biggest concert of any hip hop station in the world. So I didn't get a director's credit on this particular video, Get At Him, but he had another video called 6 a.m. that was sitting on it for like 6 months. It was Ice-T, Jim Jones, Jadakiss, and him. He's like, listen, Inf, I'm setting up the release party. I need this video done in 2 days. So I had to shoot one scene and edit the video in 2 days. And that's exactly what I did. And I got my first director's credit from there. And then from there, it just took off. And I shot Dave East's first video, Jay Critch's first video, Fetty Wap, of course, the Locks. The irony, a lot of people say I sound like Jada because they don't know that I actually directed videos for these guys. Oh my God, the endless list of people. And then that led to me getting on National Geographic selling Nutcrackers. It's all like an opportunity type of thing.
Yeah.
National Geographic had caught wind that I was selling Nutcrackers on these video sets to like these celebrities. And it was like, yo, who is this guy with this Nutcrackers? So they contacted me on Facebook of all things. And they contacted me on Facebook. Listen, we got this show called Underworld Ent. We shot a bunch of guys with moonshine in the South who want to come to New York and profile you. And they did, and that's how I got on television, and then eventually that's how I got on SiriusXm.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, setting yourself up to be available, how important is that?
Oh, man, you have to be available, but you can't be too available, I think, as well. I think, like, right now in this type of time period, it may be hurting some people that, like, too available. You need to have some sort of exclusivity about you, but the one thing is that you not only do you need to make yourself available, but you have to be able and be willing to take the risk and reap the reward at the end. I think a lot of people are afraid on what's on the other side of fear. Will Smith has an amazing video about like him jumping out of a helicopter.
Yes.
And he's like, you know, like you're on this helicopter and you're scared of falling, but on the other side of fear is the reward. So I think people need to take a little bit more risk, and you know, they'll be more receptive to the reward on the other side.
That's amazing. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. You know, being that now where you're at, when you look back on your life, what is the main constant thing that kept you where you are today?
I've made myself one of the most valuable people in the room. So being valuable in the room keeps you in the room. And not only does it keep you in the room, it keeps you going to other rooms as well. You know, and I've done that by consistently reinventing myself consistently throughout the years. Like, you know, me being a DJ is a new thing. I've only been DJing for like 2.5, 3 years.
Wow.
I was at SiriusXM before I even knew how to DJ. I was there filming. I went there as a guest, and then I got put on the film, and then I taught myself the radio process. And you know, because it's one thing to do radio, but it's another thing to do radio, like that type of thing. It's like, you know, when you're in front of 41 million people, you know, every day. And I taught myself along that way. But I think just making sure that I was a valuable asset in every room that I'm in has kept me here for the amount of time that I've been here.
Right. And you know, I always say that it's not easy to get there, but it is harder to stay there. It really is hard. It really is harder to stay there. Wow. Yeah. So what advice would you give to someone who says, hey, I want to follow in your footsteps. I want to be a DJ. I want to be a director. I want to do this. I want to do that. What would you tell them?
I would tell them one step at a time. I think sometimes a lot of people try to do too much. And even myself, like I catch myself doing too much. But I think you just have to perfect one thing and then move on to the next thing. And as far as the musician goes, we live in a day and age now where this is not the 90s anymore, where you have artist development, you have billion-dollar budgets to develop you as an artist. They want a well-oiled and well-prepared and already moving machine. So it's also important for you to understand that this is the music business, no matter what field you're in, whether it's radio, whether it's television, whether it's whatever. And it's 90% music and 10%, it's 90% business and 10% music. So the business aspect is the most important thing of this whole equation. So you need to position yourself where not only do you understand, but you can effectively execute business strategies in no matter what field you're in.
Wow. I love that. I love that. I want to thank you so much for being on the show and taking time out of your day. I know, and you promised me that video game behind you. See you. Thank you.
I turned it on. Yeah.
I'm just playing. But okay, cool. Thank you so much again. Where can people reach you?
You can catch me on SiriusXM Shade 45 every single Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. doing the drunk mix on Shade 45. I'm a producer on the show that's after Sway in the Morning. It's called the Lord Sears Special. Shout out to Lord Sears, Sam, the whole family. there at SiriusXm Shade 45, so you catch me there. Make sure you catch my new EP, COVID-19, available everywhere right now, produced by Graph Watch from Canada. And you can catch me on your show. I'll be there, so you can follow me there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Guys, look, throughout the entire show, his information has been right there, right underneath this picture, right underneath him. So if you haven't caught that, you can also grab it right there in the description box and just go ahead and click. It'll take you straight to him. I want to thank you again, Amadeuz, for being on the show, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate it. And hey, you guys, hey, you know what I'm getting ready to say, right? Don't forget to what? Dare to be different, baby. Hey guys, this is Yaya Diamond of Dream Chasers Radio, and I want to thank you for tuning into this episode. You know, you guys are amazing. Please join us on Vimeo and Roku at Yaya Diamond TV. Again, that's Yaya Diamond TV. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you can go ahead and sign up for our newsletter. And then, did you know that we now have a magazine out called Diamond Magazine? I'm excited. Oh, yes. Diamond Magazine focuses on you. And I'm just excited to be a part of your journey. And hey, don't ever forget, dare to be different.